That's good. Take it away, sir.
All right, welcome to the Joker and the Smoker.
Hello, everybody. Got a little new arrangement here.
Yeah.
We've both got individual microphones this time. We're stepping up in the world. Oh, I just made a big bump on it, too.
You did. But other than that, we also have a guest audio engineer.
Yes, sir. We had someone in the spaceship navigator driver. He's over here. We got a video on him and a microphone on him. So hopefully we'll splice that in there. How's it going today, Ronnie?
It's not too bad.
It's all
you
good.
Talk a little bit louder. But
Yeah, hopefully the microphone will be good coming from the webcam there. So we'll find out though. But yeah, how about we tried to record this video last night, and because of all the new microphones and cameras, like first of all, my computer ran out of space to store the recordings we were trying to store, and then also both of the microphones that we had recording stopped as well. So, but we got some really good content. We got some of it, right? Maybe we'll put some up as a clip.
Yeah, some of it made me seem like a real big homosexual, so we're not going to release that one.
Or that's the first one we'll release. We'll decide later, but yeah.
We can have a poll. Is Brandon gay? And you guys decide.
Yeah, the viewers get to decide after you guys get to be the final
Why does everybody decide whether or not you're gay, right? Why you have to show like, hey, am I gay, guys? Tell me.
I don't like making decisions.
Ronnie, you're forgetting to talk into the microphone, Ronnie.
It's not a choice, dude.
Ronnie, you gotta turn around and talk into the microphone.
Where's the mic?
It's called
the mic is on the webcam.
Oh,
yeah, so just talk directly into the camera like the camera is us.
It's called a joke, Ronnie. They can help me make decisions.
I don't think else to say, but back me, I'll talk to you.
So yeah, I gotta. Hopefully, we are both in the frame here. I'm gonna double check the camera one more time.
Please do.
It feels weird sitting the way I'm sitting.
Yeah,
but no, we should both be in the frame.
Excellent.
So that's cool. Everyone knows.
Everyone knows what? Had a rough night. Am I the only one here that didn't have a rough night? I drank 4 beers and went to bed.
Hey man, was it your first 4 beers? Is that what you had?
Huh?
Was it your first 4 beers ever? Is that why you had to go to bed afterwards?
Yeah, it fucked me up.
Yeah, no, that happens to me too. Like, if I'm gonna drink, like, first of all, I don't like drinking beer, and if I do drink beer, I have to drink like at least 10 of them. Otherwise, I'm just gonna drink 4 and feel full and want to go to sleep. So like, that's why I'd rather drink. Like, I'd rather drink less amount of alcohol that has higher alcohol content and get there faster. I don't understand people who want to drink piss water like Bud Light and shit. Like, don't get me wrong, if you like Bud Light or Miller Lite or whatever, drink on and have fun. But to me, it's just a waste of time and like bladder space, you know?
Well,
I want to get there quicker. I want to work smarter, not harder.
Me personally, I don't know how to handle my liquor. So I just started, like, if you give me shots, I just started downing that shit.
Yeah, it's, and that's why shots are so dangerous, because they add up so quickly. It's not quite like sitting on a beer after a beer. So
like if I go to a restaurant and they give me like a Jack and Coke double, and they put those 2 little black straws in there,
yeah,
fucker's gone in like a minute.
It's like, man, they add a whole nother straw, and it's like, this thing goes by way too fast.
I don't think I'm supposed to be drinking out of them straws to begin with.
Yeah,
because of the really tiny like coffee stirrers.
Yeah, that's weird that they multi-purpose those for alcohol drinks too.
It is kind of weird.
We should get in the straw business, man. They like.
Okay.
Also, no, we shouldn't, because that contributes such a huge carbon footprint. You know how many people waste straws? There was like a whole thing in California, I think, where they were going to ban plastic straws. I heard that on NPR, like before the turn of the year.
Okay, well, why don't we just make...
we need to make disposable, like reusable straws, but who the fuck's going to carry a reusable straw?
Well, we could just get, like, biodegradable ones, and you're like, oh, Brandon, go put it in water, it's going to dissolve right away. Well, no, we just sell them to Coke users.
That's true. Yeah, we can multi-purpose those two markets across from each other, right?
Coke and straws.
Yeah, like the cocaine users and people who need straws. It's like, yeah, of course everyone needs straws because they drink stuff. But people who do coke and other nose candies, they need straws even more than people who drink straws regularly, like drink out of straws regularly.
Yeah,
so
because
we
you
got a
can
cross
just take the
market
fucking lid off. Drink like an adult.
Of course, yeah. That's some good shit though. What else did we talk about yesterday before we started the episode? Besides Brandon's undecided gayness and
I got racially profiled.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When was this?
I don't like the way you went and then didn't say anything. Like you thought I was bullshit.
I don't have any reaction, but I'm wondering what was the race of the person who profiled you? Huh? What was the race of the person who profiled you?
He was a black man.
Okay, so this is
I went to Best Buy to buy a computer.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a big purchase, I get it. And there was only African Americans working in the store.
Interesting.
Well, the only people I saw, I had 2 interactions.
Okay.
The dude who checked me out and the dude who saw me at the door.
Like traditionally African American or like
What do you mean by
maybe
that?
I'm trying to think. Like, I'm trying to think of someone with like. That's what I'm saying. By not racially profiling him, do you know whether it was like after you interacted with them? Do you know whether they were like Somalian?
Oh,
or
no,
like,
they were American.
They were straight. Okay, they were American cultured African Americans. Okay, yeah. Continue. I just wondered for the story.
I think they're American.
So I was walking out, and they racially profiled me. They said, "We need to see that receipt, sir."
Oh dang! They're dropping the ball, right?
So then they get it, and it's not just like, "Oh, I see you bought a computer," and it says "computer."
Right.
They put it in the bag. No, he took the bag from me and he made sure it was the right computer inside the bag.
That's the most annoying thing. Is like that in itself.
Is that
pisses me
racist
off.
because they were only black there?
Like, no, see,
Does that
that's
go
the whole
both
thing.
ways?
Perception is everything. Sure, yeah. If you were a black guy and those people were white, then that situation could be on the news. You know.
Right. Well, I didn't really give a shit.
Exactly. Yeah, but it's funny that you perceived it as such because other people would see something like you were mentioning.
Well, I didn't perceive it like that. I thought
but
of
no,
it
yeah.
later, and I was like, "Oh, I guess I could have freaked out." But
And that's like the
I bought a
interesting
computer,
thing.
I guess I'll live.
But where Ronnie and I work at Ace, like, it's an awesome place to work. But one of the things that bothers me the most is like we have to walk through a metal detector when we go in, and it's like they check our lunches.
Sure.
And like if I wear a certain belt, my belt will ding. And like sometimes in the mornings, these guys just want to be assholes and be like, "What's beeping?" Or it's like, "Dude, I'm coming to work. Let me clock in. Like, there's nothing on me you need to check."
Do you work in North Korea?
Yeah, it feels like it's
your lunch.
Yeah, like they're like and girls' purses and stuff, and it's like I come here every single day. Why do you like why does this need to be like TSA level security? I'm just coming to work.
As crazy as it sounds, as uncomfortable as it makes me feel, it also makes me feel comfortable.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Make sure you're talking to the microphone.
We're in the same place.
Yeah.
Same first then teamwork.
And that's the reassurance of having, like, you know, I guess if you owned the Best Buy, you would feel better about the people asking, no matter what color they were, "Hey, let me see your receipt in your bag." But it does feel like an infringement of liberty when somebody like takes it upon themselves to investigate you or like investigate your persons.
Yeah, motherfucking cop.
That's the whole. That's
you don't have a badge.
Yeah.
You motherfucker ain't got no top
I went
hat.
down, looked under every dread, like checked me hard.
Wow.
Checked before. I was like,
That's crazy.
Oh, shit. And like I wasn't like, "Fuck you guys." Like, okay, like I
Where was
would
this at?
actually be doing this rather than like stereotyping, but
Right.
or profiling. No.
Where did this happen?
At an airport.
At an airport?
Columbus. But
No, I've never had.
yeah, I stood there for about 20 minutes and watched to see if they searched anybody else. Because like I felt like it wasn't like very random. That I was
Right.
the first person to go through it. I was the first one to get checked on that row. And it was also a line that said, "You want to go through faster? Don't take your shoes off. Come through this lane." I went up there. They were like, "Take your shoes off." And I was like, but it said they like take your shoes off. I was like, "Holy shit!"
Wow.
And then after
I've never been on a
I
plane.
went through like the metal thing and passed, they like made me they took down my dread bud. I looked underneath all my dreads and searched me like definitely like way more than I've ever like.
And have ever been searched in any other
Like,
circumstance?
You know, it was like I was
Yeah.
actually being searched instead of someone just like pat me like be like, "Oh, you're all right." I
Yeah.
thought it was weird. I stood there for about 20 minutes afterwards. They didn't do it to anybody else.
And that's what's like, you know, like you said, even though they did it to you and you felt the way you felt, like it makes you feel comfortable to a certain level that because it's quote unquote national security and airport security or whatever. But Brandon, were you saying you've never been on a plane?
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Brandon's never been on a plane.
I felt like that. I felt like being like, yeah, because I'm that dumbass white guy with dreads that's gonna bring weed in my fucking bud.
Yeah, exactly.
On the airplane.
And it's funny that as humans we can already perceive what people are going to project onto us as stereotypes.
For sure.
And like that's the whole thing of like having a self-image of yourself is like, yeah, you realize how other people may perceive you, but like this thing Russell Brand said, like you have to be the witness of your thoughts and admit to yourself that you are not the thought. You're the thoughts themselves. Just like whatever feeling it may be. Yeah. Yeah, but I want to hear about Brandon's never been on a plane.
What's to hear about it?
What do you mean?
Never
Like
been on a
you
plane.
never had to go anywhere that required you to go on a
I've been to
plane?
Missouri. I've been to Florida.
Okay, so you've never been like past the Mississippi River? I don't know. That's just a saying. I don't know where that crosses at. But like, have you ever been into any like Western states, like California or anything? Washington?
Missouri's pretty western, ain't it? From here.
I gotta admit, I'm not familiar with like. I gotta see a map, you know.
Well, you know where Florida's at,
Right?
It's an 18-hour drive.
Okay.
I guess I could have got on a plane, but I didn't.
Right. And that like, what,
I mean,
are you
they
secretly
drive that float
afraid of
before you
flying?
go.
No, I'm not.
Okay, you do not trust planes.
No.
One of those people?
No, I'm like, I want to go skydiving.
Yeah.
I want that to be
You want to jump out of a perfectly good plane?
In a plane.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'll be down for that. We should do that. We should do an episode of the Joker and the Smoker skydiving, bro.
Okay. If this gets...
Yeah, if we get 500 subscribers on YouTube,
will they allow you to do it naked?
It just depends on how cool the guy is that you did it with, I'm sure. Because I think the first time
you strapped to me. I don't want some big strap to my back. Well,
or do you? We're gonna have a poll and see if Brandon's gay.
Not in the air.
Not in the air, but
not in the air.
Not in the air, like out in space.
Wait. If it happens, like, how far does it have to be up for it to be like international waters?
Well, that's the thing. Like, there's a whole theory about like how property ownership works. Like, my parents own the plot of land that we're filming this thing in, right? Like, because I was gonna call this podcast, side note, podcast at my parents' house, because I thought that'd be a really funny podcast to be a name. But anyways, my parents own this property, and like, if you own a piece of land, how far up does your property ownership go before the what's it called, air traffic control, and like it becomes, because like you said, international waters is kind of like air traffic control things. Like, you can't fly any kind of spacecraft at a certain height without clearance from whatever it's called, the FAA or.
I learned this actually.
Yeah.
King of the Hill.
Okay.
Dale built a tower on his land.
Right.
But he could only go so high because of, like you said, the air traffic control people.
Right.
And then he was like, well, fuck that. I'm going to build this as high as I want because it's not going to be a permanent structure.
Okay.
So he didn't put anything underneath to, like, secure it.
Right.
And then it fell over. So you're able to go 500 feet. And that's it.
And Dale is already skeptical of the government on a good level.
Everybody should be.
I totally agree. What were we watching? I was thinking about all the weird experiments that the government did with like psychedelics. We were watching Alex Jones and Joe Rogan talking about the DMT. Yeah, we were talking like Alex Jones saying that the government is using DMT to contact these interdimensional aliens. Crazy shit.
No, he never said aliens. Nice.
Alex Jones did, yeah. Or like whatever they are. Like, he said they're taking
entities.
Yeah, entities, whatever it is, but it's crazy. And apparently, like, everyone who's watching this should do some research on 5G, because 5G is pretty crazy, man. There's like all kinds of conspiracies around 5G creating all kinds of public health concerns. Yep. It's really weird.
Scramble in your brain.
Yeah, and like it's supposed to be able to, in times of mass chaos or whatever, like calm the public, which is literally mind control. Like, it's fucking...
What?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. You gotta look up some stuff about that.
Some shit.
And apparently, like, I don't know, that's why there's a big push to do it globally. Like, right now, China is trying to set up all of the countries. Like, right now, China is going to all the countries of the world, like Europe and everything, and saying, hey, you don't have a 5G network yet, let us build it for you. And America is trying to go around globally and tell all these countries, no, don't let China build your 5G network. And but China's offering to do it in such a manner that it's like, not only is it financially ideal for those companies, if it is a technological advancement, why wouldn't they take up that opportunity? But that is literally like global... like the establishment of global domination in terms of technology. Like, think about that. If China set up the 5G network around however large percentage of the world, that'd be really weird if it really was mind control. Then the person in control of China's towers would have control of that percentage of the world. Crazy conspiracy 1984 stuff, but...
They make some pretty sweet fuck dolls.
Yes, they do. And that's exactly what I'm talking about.
I was not expecting.
We were talking about technology. I figured I'd bring up some technology I know that Chinese people make.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious.
Do you know any Chinese technology, Ronnie?
I haven't been.
So far, we have 5G technology that controls your mind and pretty realistic fuck dolls.
Well, I've heard a lot of talk about virtual reality sex. Then you like never leave your house, right?
I don't know if I would do that.
See, the thing is, you get a virtual reality headset, and you watch virtual reality sex, and then you have a doll. So it's like you're wearing the headset and you screwing the doll. This goes for women as well. It's not just.
I know what you're saying.
I'll be back, guys.
You know?
Yeah.
Funny shit.
We were talking about fuck dolls, and I had something to say about it, and now I forgot it.
Do you have one?
No.
No, I'm pretty sure.
I don't have any.
You have any kind of dolls?
Toys. No.
Yeah, sex toys are.
My hand works.
I feel like the only reason sex toys are a thing is because like someone was like, "All right, I'm tired of playing with my hand. Yeah. This hand's not enough."
Right. Would you use a sex toy on a significant other? Like if they asked you to?
Yeah. Like that's the weird thing. Like through my
what are we
relationships,
considering sex toys? Are we like whips?
I would say anything stimulating other than like normal human interaction.
Because I've used a whip or two.
Yeah, right. This guy's got some ice cream. That's what's up. Yeah, no, I've never like done like BDSM or like any kind of weird S&M stuff. But what does BDSM stand for? Right? Is it?
I don't know.
I think it's
sadomasochism.
Yeah, exactly. Because sadistic and masochistic, right? Masochists. That's where you like to receive pain or like give someone pain, right? And then bondage, and what's the D? Domination. Bondage, domination, sadistic, masochistic. I don't even know. If you're into BDSM stuff, let us know.
Sexuality is to be taken advantage of. That's hot shit.
But
you like people who have issues, my friend.
I don't. But that's what I'm saying. Someone who has it together, their fantasy is to...
Well, as long as they got it together, but
that's really weird.
That's what I'm saying. Like
it's most likely
like,
an underlying issue.
I don't have time.
It's most likely an underlying issue.
I think that's always really interesting.
Usually, there's not too many freaks out there that like they went to Sunday school, they grew up like perfect. First time they had sex was like 18, the day after graduation. Like their kink is not going to be fucking slap me in the face and pour hot wax on me. There's no way.
There's some
At
weird...
most, it might be a pinky in the butt. Honestly, if you ask me. But they would have to have something serious, tragic to happen to them to want to be beat the fuck out of and find that sexually attractive.
It's weird how the brain can associate those things.
It's not even like being beat the fuck out of. It's just like being overpowered, being like physically...
Well, that's most of like the...
To someone who has a lot of power, yeah.
Like maybe not even it's like beating the shit out of you. You're just like I'm stronger than you.
Like porn stars that like to have like 8 dudes like rail them at one time.
Yeah,
that's happened to them before. In most cases, it's happened to them before, but only in the film setting they actually have control over it, and they actually find that very, very hot. I've listened to a lot of porn
There's a lot of documentaries on a lot of porn stuff like that. Like I think the brain science behind all that is so interesting.
But if you are a really, really good girl and you have all your shit together and you like that shit, please let us know. There's 3 men willing to date you right now.
To me, that's the...
Okay, only one.
Speak for yourself.
Bring one to fuck you, alright?
No, but check it out. Here's what's so interesting to me is like, it would seem like the number one thing you don't want to do in a relationship is like be domestically violent.
Yeah.
But there are so many people who are into violent sexual intercourse, right? So it's like you have to really know a person and understand your own sexual limits and terms in order to get yourself into the situation, because like it's either like a lusty complete interaction of like this totally sexually charged experience, or you're caught in the midst of a possible domestic violence thing, you know? I feel like that's what happens sometimes. I feel like people don't know their own boundaries and things get taken too far, and like it gets crazy like that. And I think the human erotic mind doesn't know what it's turned on by, but it's turned on by like a fear is almost always involved in some weird way, because like I don't know, it's total tirade you can go on, but yeah, you know, let us know what your fetish is and if you're into BDSM or anything.
There was some girl that liked gagging on hogs, you know what I'm saying? Gagging on over in Britain, and like she died, she suffocated from old dick in the throat, right? And
really?
Yeah, I'm not even lying. This is 100%. And so they went to trial because this dude's getting charged for murder but there was no signs of struggle. Like there was no scratches on him. Like the bed sheets weren't ripped up while they were like moved.
Just imagine that autopsy report.
But the defense was willing. They were like, "Yo, dude, you might have to pull out your dick. Just show him how big it is." And he's like, "Bro, I'm down. In court, fuck it, let's do it." And then the judge was like, "Nah, we're not doing that. You actually got off, not charged with murder." Yeah, 100%. But she got choked to death with dick. Think about that. Is that the worst way to die?
I mean,
that's not the first time in history, though.
Died if you died doing dick, then like you probably enjoyed it.
You're a champion,
get
right?
that close to death and be like,
that is,
I can't stop.
Isn't that the equivalent of like autoerotic asphyxiation?
Yeah, don't you do that to yourself though?
That's like where you cut off like the air circulation. I think like at the point of climax, which I've never tried. It's a scary thing, dude. Like I've never tried it. And I'm not interested in trying it, but it's a thing. And I would imagine like dying of some dick in your throat would be like not similar. Like what's the keyword, or like what do you like have some sign language, like some gang signs to say? Exactly. Yeah, you gotta have some gang signs to flash, like a third base coach with some fucking this stop if I do all these signals.
That sounds like a terrible thing though.
Yeah, definitely.
Like she sounds like a champ. She didn't bite down.
What am I talking about, guys?
She kept going at it until the job was done, but she just didn't get.
But no, fight. Like that's no. I'm done talking about it, bro. My mind's going some dark places there.
Man, I'm just bringing up the facts.
Let's get on to our segments of the week before we devolve this conversation anymore than it has to.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I brought up a court case.
Oh yeah. I know. I'm just fucking with you, bro. I'm just fucking with you, man. But
what is our first current event?
Man, back to the measles, bro. Back to these motherfucking anti-vaxxers and people catching diseases and dying. It's about to be like the Black Plague out here, man. It's really the Black Plague. I believe at the time killed like close to like, at least 25% of the population at the time.
No, I was vaccinated. I can't get the measles, right? I'm good.
If you had your MMR shot, which I believe all three of us had to in order to go into the schools that we went to.
Settle your feet down.
I can't.
I'm getting crazy feedback on my mic from shit moving.
Oh, you have a shock mount on yours.
Well, then I can't imagine what yours looks like.
I know, yeah, that's the thing. But no, so in Madagascar, parents trudged for miles to vaccinate their kids against deadly measles outbreak. This article is from globalnews.ca. It paints a very tragic picture right off the rip. 2 months ago.
Oh my god, that's what measles? That's the fucking skin?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, it's like all kinds of bumps and stuff, bro. So, 2 months ago, giggles floated through the home of fisherman Dada, and his 4-year-old son played ball outside with his 2 younger cousins on one of Madagascar's famed sun-soaked beaches. A few weeks later, all 3 children were dead. Victims of the worst measles outbreak in the Indian Ocean island in decades. So, yeah,
so you got people walking miles to get a vaccination.
Yeah,
and you got people in America, they're just like, well, we take our kid to the doctor, but they don't need no shots.
Yeah, well, they don't need no, like we've got people who are, families who are losing all of their children because they did not have this vaccine and there is an outbreak in these areas. And meanwhile, a few weeks back, I mentioned in Washington State how there's like at least over 50 recorded records of measles outbreaks. And it's like, we have the ability to get one vaccine and one shot and alleviate this problem completely. But meanwhile, these people in Madagascar are willing to go...
uplift everything.
Yeah, like uproot their family to go get this. And they even have to go back for a second week. It's not a one-time thing. So they'll make this trip twice. So yeah, it's just really interesting to me. I invite you all to read that article and think about just how crazy it is that
you can't even get rid of fucking measles. Once you get a measles infection, you can't even get rid of it.
It's pretty brutal, man. Yeah, it's like
what the
it's
fuck?
A super serious global thing, and we were doing really good for a long time. Like,
it sounds like such a bitch disease too. The measles.
Measles, yeah. It sounds like a very selfish disease. Like measles.
It's literally like a mini plague for sure, though.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Groups of people out real quick.
Yeah, it is. It's killing everybody.
Not cool.
Within like 8 days.
That's insane. So, hey, you guys don't have to fucking walk your kids to a fucking doctor in a fucking
Madagascar, yeah.
Walking on snakes and fucking bear shit. Bears don't live in the jungles.
You could just get in your fucking Prius and go to your doctor of wherever you, whether they're holistic or fucking homeopathic, whatever the hell that all these new age terms for doctors are.
And just stab your kid a couple times.
Just take some real scientific advice, go... have us doctors push a needle in your children, trust them with what's inside of it, and none of us will die from unnecessary diseases. None of us in particular, because we're vaccinated, but...
Now, do people die from complications of vaccines? There has to be one or two.
There are exclusions here in America that there are 3 different reasons you can choose not to get vaccinated. One is religious, one is personal, and one is health. So if you fall under any one of those 3 categories, you can legally refrain from getting a vaccination. But in the cases of like Washington and stuff, in places where there are outbreaks right now, they're trying to alleviate that personal choice. Like they only want it to be religious and health wise.
Smart.
I think it should be like that's the whole human free will. You know, like what is freedom? Do you really have the freedom to not get vaccinated?
If you want to go get fucking measles, go get measles, you dummies.
Yeah, it's the land of the free, home of the stupid.
Yeah, I'm just looking out for you.
Right? And we're all supposed to be looking out for each other. But
human race is number 1.
Yeah.
Fuck the polar bears. Number 2. So they're saying that a single dose of psilocybin, mushrooms,
yes, the magic
it
mushrooms,
enhances creative thinking and empathy in the brain for 7 days.
Up to 7 days after the use. That's awesome.
It's microdosing.
Okay. Which is, I think we talked about a couple of episodes ago. It's like taking a fraction of a normal whole regulated dose.
Right.
So, if your normal trippy dose of shrooms is like 1/8 or 3.5 grams, maybe you only take like half of a gram of shrooms.
Yeah.
That'd be a microdose, I would think. Or not even that.
And it's saying it's helping people. It's connecting pathways.
It is, and this is from SciPost.org, which we've talked about an article from them as well a few weeks ago.
So they had a study of 55 people.
Okay.
36 of them shown signs of more creative thinking and more empathy.
That's
for the human
awesome.
race. And the other 55, guess what happened to them?
What's that?
Nothing. You know why?
No negative.
No negative nothing.
Yeah. That's the amazing thing about these psychedelic experiences is the positive effects afterwards seem to be exponentially built upon themselves, where the negative consequences don't last after the initial experience. That's what's amazing about these scientific psychedelic studies, is that happiness is increased, but there's no negative repercussions after that first initial experience. If you have a bad trip, you just have a bad trip. It's not life-shattering.
Right.
But there are also, sometimes people really do fall in the rabbit hole and never come back. I think that's a real thing, too. But that all depends on the stability of the individual.
You can do stupid stuff on drugs.
Chemistry, though. It's not the drug.
You can do stupid stuff on drugs, though.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you can... I've reached a point where I thought I broke something, like...
In your body?
Like, in my brain. Like, I thought I irreversibly...
Shit.
Like, yeah, it's really weird. And that's why I think people don't take their brain chemistry serious enough, especially people with addictive tendencies like myself. You don't really realize how serious all of the neurotransmitters and the balancing of the chemicals in your brain are, how important they are for just a normal functioning harmony to live with. So, like, anyone who actually has a routine schedule knows that it's the best way to live life and, like, get up at a certain time and have a routine schedule to eat and do those things. Because if you don't, life can get, like, thrown very easily, and you can be, you can be thrown off by not having a regular sleep schedule, and you won't feel good. But as soon as you get a couple of days of a regular sleep schedule and like regular diet and stuff, you're like, damn, I feel great. Why do I feel so good? It's like because you're throwing back everything to a baseline on your body and saying, okay, here's where normal is supposed to be.
Right.
So, but that's interesting because for me, I lack creativity more often than not, and sometimes my drug use does stem out of thinking that it's going to take me to a realm of consciousness where creativity is going to come easier.
Right.
And I can say that is why I tend to now lean towards psychedelics, because they provide me an initial insight that I really can grab creativity from, and it makes me feel like a kid again who is just obsessed with the wonder and awe of life, everything's beautiful, everything's playful, and I want to draw, I want to color like a kid with crayons and markers and, do these things.
You did it for scientific reasons, though.
Exactly, yeah, it's all in the name of science.
Yes.
And yeah, that's cool though, man. I'm glad that, I'm glad we're reading more articles like this.
Yeah, I'm just glad studies are being done.
Definitely.
And showing the benefits of...
We have that recording.
Drugs made by the earth, rather than making them in a lab, and seeing how those help us, rather than some bullshit created in a lab that they can sell for $800 when I can just flip over some cow shit.
Yeah.
Well, no, I completely agree. I mean, I know people that grow them themselves. It's not technically in a lab. It's technically not outside.
Yeah.
But it's natural. You know what I'm saying? Organic. Yeah, it's natural. So I like I like to see stuff like that.
For sure.
Especially when there's no especially when there's no bad side effects.
Drugs like that like hit you so deep and it's all psychological.
Yeah.
It's like it makes sense because we're eating something that is of the same entity Earth.
Right, exactly.
Is what I believe.
If you believe
and,
that.
it makes you feel rootsy. It makes you feel like one. Like it makes you feel that connection with something. Like sometimes you have an answer, sometimes you don't know why, but you feel it.
Right.
Yeah. That's a good point.
All right, let's go on to the next one.
Let's get to our next article here. I really like these microphones, man. I hope the audio's coming out pretty well. I just have to learn to dodge them. I need a shock mount for mine.
You do.
It's fun to like.
Yeah, every once in a while.
Yeah, so this next one's pretty cool. YouTube has started showing fact-check cards debunking conspiracy theories and hoaxes. YouTube's bringing out a feature which flashes up fact-checking information cards when people search for topics which attract hoaxes and conspiracy theories. Feature's only available right now to a few Indian users, but it's going to roll out globally. And the spread of misinformation in India has been under the microscope recently, as last year videos circulated on WhatsApp led to lynchings. How about that? What if you guys knew somebody who watched a certain video on this app randomly and then they were lynched afterwards? Like, what is that, right? Because they watched a YouTube video about a 9/11 conspiracy or something. I doubt that's what they did, but you know, that's the analogous situation here. Are you willing to get lynched for your social media use, Brandon?
I feel like it's not really. I guess I'm afraid.
That's all good.
Are you sure? I thought it was because they defamed the government, and that's the reason they got lynched.
Well, no,
and that's a big no-no in that country.
It's a
and
spread
you
of like
your rules.
The information. Okay, let's see. Hoax alert.
Country. That's just you die for what you believe.
So everyone's heard of Snopes, right? Like Snopes.com, the debunking website.
But, yeah.
So Snopes said a hoax started circulating in early 2017 that the paracetamol contained a Machupo virus, like whatever that means, also known as the Bolivian hemorrhagic virus. So let me see here. YouTube said that it'll be working with about a half dozen fact-checking services based in India to provide the information panels. It said the feature will eventually be rolled out globally, but did not elaborate as to when.
Well, it's not okay for people to be lynched for what they believe in or what videos they watch. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, that's what's, let's see. India has been a focal point for worries about misinformation and fake news. In July 2018, videos circulated on WhatsApp led to mob justice and lynchings. And in February 2018, YouTube Indians trending pages were filled with fake stories surrounding the death of Bollywood actress Sridevi, which
who's running the fact-checking, though?
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing, like, we in our, deleted scenes from yesterday when we didn't get the whole episode, we were talking about what this means for the people in charge providing the fact-checking.
Yeah,
you know? So
they need to be 100% honest.
Yeah, now there's going to be conspiracy theories about the people who are giving us the facts.
They'll just create a new YouTube, won't they?
Yeah, it'll be called, Me Tube.
Conspiracy Tube or something like that.
Yeah, YouTube, Me Tube, YouTube, OneTube,
I mean,
Bluefish,
YouTube can do whatever the
Redfish,
fuck they
Whitefish.
want. There's nothing we can do about that.
Yeah, but that's what's crazy, like, I feel like these global conglomerates like Facebook and Google and, these tech companies are getting too big for their own good, for our good, for anyone's good.
I think it's good for the children, but I honestly think that if someone wants to find something, they'll find it.
Yeah, that's true.
Forgetting, they'll forget the facts no matter what. And they'll watch it somewhere else or go look it up somewhere else.
Apparently, like, my nephew asked me if I knew what the Momo challenge was. Have you guys heard of this Momo challenge?
No.
It's
someone like she's killing people, right?
Yeah, it's like a thing targeted towards teens and tweens, I guess. And this Momo challenge is to kill yourself and record it on camera. Some dark ass shit. My 9-year-old nephew asked me about this stuff, and it's like I didn't know at the time, and I just like shrugged it off. And then like my mom asked me about it or whatever. But yeah, it's weird how like easily influenced social media has has made it into all of our lives.
Right. People eating Tide Pods.
Tide Pods, like I remember the stupid ice water bucket challenge or whatever. Like it's so stupid.
That was not that stupid.
It is, but it's all stupid, man. Just raise the money and don't be an idiot.
Right, but it's also getting awareness out.
It's cool, yeah. Like I would be willing to do something like borderline stupid to raise some money for some people, and that's a good cause. Like,
it started out as a good cause, but you are correct. It went way too far.
Yeah, when you devolve it into people injuring themselves, then you're defeating the cause, in my opinion. But do whatever you got to do to raise some money for anyone, because that's the shitty thing about this world is money is the root of all evil. It makes the world go round, man. We all need it to survive, but unless we all just turn into like some nomadic culture and fucking trades plants and barter shit, we're all gonna be still exchanging these dollar bills and coins for our fucking well-being. It's crazy, man. I just want to be an animal instead of a human sometimes. I don't have to worry about this.
What animal would you be? Koalas have chlamydia.
Good question.
Kangaroos have nipples in their pouches.
Yeah. I really
octopuses can like do crazy shit and fit in small holes.
Yeah, the only solid part of it.
They can take off the top of their fucking cage of their aquarium.
Oh yeah, they're super smart. I don't know. My nephew said he would like to be a cheetah. Alligators are pretty cool.
They can climb fences now.
But how?
How?
No.
They use their tail. They like just start crawling up the fence.
I think
they use their tail like to be the base.
I think it's so cool that alligators and sharks are like pretty much dinosaurs still. Like,
well, 100%.
That's so epic. You just see them and you're like, damn, that thing's old. Yeah, it's been here a while. But yeah, that's all the more reason you guys need to.
Would you be a predator or would you be a prey animal?
That's the thing. Like, I don't know. You can't like as man, we're afforded the luxury of being #1 predator.
I am scared to death of tigers.
I would want to be I think like an octopus or something would be cool, because have you ever seen the crazy footage of octopus like doing chameleon changing color on command? That's really crazy.
I would be a tiger.
But what I wouldn't want to be is a grape, because grapes apparently recently were microwaved into fireballs.
No, evidently, if you put a grape in a microwave and heat it up, it explodes and turns into a fireball. I feel like
I've heard this somewhere before, but like there's some science behind it, right? Plasma formed because the fruit is the right size to trap the device's electromagnetic waves.
Just because it's so small, it traps those waves in there, and then a plasma creates in there, and the plasma, of course, gets bigger than its actual container. Yeah. And next thing you know, pew.
Have you accidentally ever put anything aluminum or metal in the microwave when you?
I put my wallet in the microwave.
How does that even happen?
Listen, it all made sense. Listen to the events. All right. I did my laundry. I accidentally left my wallet in my pants. Okay. We were going to go to Burger King. I couldn't find my wallet. Remembered I just did laundry. Found it in my pants that were still in the washer. Okay. So then I said, I gotta drive this fucking wallet out. It's wet. I'm not putting this back in my pocket. Yeah. What dries things out? A microwave. At least gets things warm, right?
And you didn't think about like the magnetic strip inside?
I had hairpins in there, like metal hairpins. I had my credit card.
That's a Darwin Award, bro.
Motherfucker started smoking. The wallet itself.
Seconds.
Wow. So,
huh?
After like 2 seconds.
How long did you put it in?
It didn't take very long. Also, if you put an egg in the microwave, it explodes, and it smells horrible.
You know, is it true that it's impossible to like break an egg if you just like squeeze it in your hand a certain way?
No, I've seen it done before.
I think like if you hold it a certain way, it's like impossible.
It's supposed to be
like that.
Thumb on bottom, and then
you can't
finger on the top, and it's the way the egg is shaped.
Right.
It's because it's not a perfect circle.
But triangles are the strongest shaped.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you know this?
It's science, bro.
I guess it would make sense, right?
Science.
And like I was watching some crazy videos about hypothetical 4D shapes and stuff, and what are they called? Not isotopes or something. I don't even know. But the platonic solids are really interesting, which is like take a pyramid and then you make 3 of them and fold them together, and then it's you take a triangle, put 3 of them together on each side, and then suddenly it becomes a pyramid. Right. And then a pyramid, put a pyramid under another pyramid, and you get a certain shape. I forget what it's called. It looks like a diamond. But look up some platonic solids, bro. All right. If you want to learn some new shapes.
I love shapes, bro.
Me too, bro.
Shapes are the shit.
And what shape is grape, though?
A grape is a circle.
We should have a shirt that says what shape is grape.
Well, it's an
spheres.
orb.
Yeah.
Sphere orb.
Sphere orb.
Well, I wonder if it matters what type of grape though. Like,
have you ever seen like the oblong grapes though? Like, do you like purple grapes or white grapes or green grapes?
There's white grapes.
I think so.
There's like whitish green grapes, right?
Yeah.
I like the green ones. I'm kind of soury.
Yeah. It's like it's kind of like apples. Like sometimes you have a different apple, you're like,
Right.
Haven't had an apple like this in a while.
That's where it's at.
Yeah.
Tangy, Granny Smith.
All right, so our next article after the plasma grapes is back to SpaceX and their crew. They have the Dragon Crew space capsule has successfully splashed down after a trip that could change the future of NASA space travel. The successful landing brought an end to the mission that saw the crew capsule fly to the International Space Station, dock at the floating lab, and then drop down to the ground in a fiery landing that confirmed it could one day carry people up to space. Later this year, the same capsule will carry NASA astronauts to the space station in a pioneering mission. Holla at your boy Elon Musk.
But they can't get back down. It was a fiery crash into the middle of the fucking ocean.
They're working on all the details, man.
Yeah, we haven't got that far.
No, it landed. It was.
We can get you up there.
Everything happened just perfectly, right on time, the way that we had expected. That's what
it caught on fire and landed in the ocean.
I don't think it landed successfully. It just caught on fire. Like anything that re-enters the atmosphere at a certain speed is going to catch fire. It has to.
Slow it down. I
That's
don't
what they're
want to be.
working on.
I don't want to be on a fiery fucking object landing in the ocean.
Let's see. 6 hours later, the capsule was carrying test dummy filled with hosts of 7. It did fall into the Atlantic off the Florida coast. That's right.
Yeah, I know. In a fiery crash.
But it's gonna be all good though. Well, we don't have to worry. Elon Musk knows what he's doing.
Well, I'm not getting on the motherfucking thing, so I'm good. I'm just saying, you dummies don't want
Everything happened just perfectly, right on time, the way we expected. The SpaceX Director of Crew Mission Management said in a live stream from California.
Of course that's what he's going to say. If you were running a rocket show, that's what you would say.
Hey man, are you a rocket scientist? No, these guys are, okay?
You got a point. I'll wear a fucking lab coat, though.
But yeah, I think that's pretty cool, though.
That is pretty cool. I'm glad somebody's going out to space.
Exactly, yeah. It's a bold move. And honestly, if I had that kind of money, like, I wish the people who had that kind of money and that kind of smarts would do more things like that.
You know
I think
what's interesting?
People like Bill Gates and Elon Musk are at the top of that philanthropic kind of...
to prove
that
the Earth is not flat. That should have been the first thing he did.
Well, anyone who wants to know if the Earth is flat or not just needs to go up in a plane high enough or to like see the curvature themselves.
I've never been on a plane.
You could be like that guy from whatever state it was who launched himself in his own rocket high enough to...
That dude's an idiot.
Yeah, that guy was a major idiot.
He had some balls, though.
I want to have him on the podcast.
But like the first test ever for to see if the Earth was curved or not was done like 1482.
Yeah?
In a canal in Italy.
It's interesting, right? How would you even conduct an experiment like that?
Well, the canal was dug out perfectly.
Okay.
So it was supposed to be perfectly flat, like level all the way across.
Yeah.
And then what they did was they just put the dude, it was like a 5-mile stretch.
Okay.
And he just went and he just put flags everywhere. And then you looked through the spotting scope and you could see the first flag, but you couldn't see the last flag because the Earth was curving.
That's pretty easy science experiment there,
pretty
folks.
smart. So the dummies looked this shit up.
Yeah, and that's the thing. There are tests you can do, but there's like some kind of mini-series online or something that follows people around think the Earth is flat. And seemingly when these people believe these kinds of things, when they're provided information that contradicts their beliefs, it's called the, oh man, I forget there's a name for it, but it's like people double down on their beliefs when they're wrong and provided new information instead of believing the new information.
Or willing to learn new information and process it.
It's like the backlash effect or something. Like, oh man, that really makes me mad. I forget what it's called.
Damn.
But
we'll link it up.
We'll link it and look it up. Yeah, what's our last one here? As a great man once said inside the octagon, my balls was hot.
My balls was hot.
And that's the great words of Derek Lewis.
Derek Lewis is fighting tonight. I don't know what you guys are doing tonight. There's shit going crazy over here. I don't know what you guys got going on tonight. On Saturday, though, when this is getting recorded, my boy, Derek the Black Beast Lewis, is fighting. You can follow him on Instagram at the Black Beast. You can also get him on Twitter. He has the funniest social media pages ever. Yeah, well, he got famous basically after he had a fight.
Right.
And after his fight, he was warm. You know?
He was. Joe Rogan said, "Why did you take your pants off?"
And Derek Lewis let him know, my balls was hot.
The best thing to me is I actually watched that live, and about the only thing on my Twitter is right after that happened.
Yeah.
I posted right after that, and it was so funny. I was like, I'm witnessing history right now.
Well, the other funny part was, not funny part is, he comes from actually a terrible background.
Yeah.
His father would beat his mother, and he actually went on to live with his grandmother.
Man.
But
very common too common of a story.
Yeah, it's great that he made it out.
Yes, absolutely.
That he does not do that. He does not beat a woman. To the fact where he booked a fight with Travis Brown.
Okay.
You know who Travis Brown is? Married to Ronda Rousey.
Okay.
So
I heard Ronda Rousey in the news the other day too.
Well, Travis Brown and Derek Lewis were fighting.
Okay.
Derek Lewis beat the shit out of Travis Brown.
Okay.
And then the post-fight...
Now, was this before Daniel Cormier?
Yes.
Okay.
So before the post-fight interview...
Okay.
Or at the post-fight interview, Derek Lewis just said, now where's Ronda Rousey's fine ass at? Because Travis Brown has allegations of him beating women. And he don't play that game.
Yeah.
So
calling him out publicly.
Beat his ass and then tried to take his wife. So,
wow, yeah, that's bold.
Well, what's he gonna do? Just got his ass kicked.
That's true, yeah. What else? Yeah. But what's he saying Lewis's net worth is after all this stuff?
I don't know. I'm not even worried about that. I just think everybody needs to watch his fights or
just
look
needs
up
to
his
fights. Go to his fights in his social media.
He has 18 knockouts.
Wow.
He's fighting another guy named Junior Dos Santos who's been fighting forever.
Yeah.
And he has 14 knockouts, so it should be a motherfucking...
Pretty good fight.
It should be a goddamn show.
Yeah, so it says Lewis only started fighting professionally in 2010 and made his UFC debut 4 years later. His biggest recorded earning came after Cormier, where he pocketed $530,000.
And he lost that
$500,000 to show and $30,000 to fight week.
He lost that fight.
Yeah, but he still made $500,000, bro.
He spends...
I will get my ass beat for $500,000.
He says he only spends 30 minutes in the gym a day.
Yeah. Like if you're willing, like
call it a year.
There's a fine line between stupidity and genius.
Oh yeah, he's doing exactly what he's put on this. He has fucking death in his fucking hand. If he touches you, you're going to sleep.
Yeah, like he's a big dude, and like anyone who's ever been in any kind of serious physical encounter knows that it only takes the blink of an eye to get fucked over.
Yeah, to get punched once.
Yeah, and there's a dude hawking you down, with a mission to destroy you. It's a very exhilarating feeling. But that's pretty awesome though, man. I'm excited to. I just want Rogan to post an interview fight.
Rogan's not going to be on it, since it's going to be it's on ESPN.
Oh yeah, they moved it to tonight.
Yeah, well, it's tonight. It's on Saturday.
Hell yeah!
But it's on an ESPN card, so it means it's free basically to anybody who has ESPN. If you go to the fucking.
We should try to do like a live stream or something like that.
I'll be doing it,
right?
Because I'm gonna be watching it. But Joe Rogan won't be there. He only does big pay-per-views now.
Okay, yeah.
So they might be having a fight companion. They might be having a fight companion.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
But anyways, that's what I'll be doing tonight. I'll be getting drunk watching the fights, editing video.
Yeah.
I might do a little fucking podcast of just recapping the fights.
That'd be cool. The way Rogan does the same thing. That'd be cool. I don't know what I got planned the rest of this weekend.
Ronnie's fucking sleeping. He's gone through like 8. He's gone through 8 different emotions. He's gone from super excited to I'm gonna eat some ice cream, to I'm gonna take a nap, to now I'm gonna draw.
It's the best, bro. It's a kid at heart.
I enjoy my I enjoy the hell out of my life.
That is our audio engineer, people. So
he's our dude, yeah.
Kicking the dope guns right there. Look at that.
It's so cool. But yeah, this is our first multi-cam, multi-man podcast.
Yeah, multi-mic.
What are you? My name was the Joker and the Smoker and the Choker. Are you the Joker?
He's gonna walk around choking people.
Yeah, that's what it was. Like whenever we would have people on, just out of frame, he would come and choke somebody. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying. That'd be perfect. We'll put that in the logo just off the frame.
What
Because he likes to talk about.
That's pretty much it.
Important toys. We'll have to get our own specialized choker gags.
Of course.
That.
Have choker gags that say the Joker and the Smoker. Maybe the Joker and the Smoker chokers.
I know that.
Or we get like the choker bracelets. Like you ever seen those memes? Like any girl that wears these sucks good D or whatever.
Yeah.
The choker neck is
That's false.
Pretty accurate.
No, it's not. That's false. I've had my experiences.
For some reason, they are hot. Like, just like tight,
Yeah, they're hot.
tight
I like
neck
chokers.
chokers are like hot.
Yeah, but not all of them
It's
get
like a
good
very 90s. I
blowjobs.
feel like it's like a very like 90s thing.
It is
Is it?
super. It feels
And
super
I feel like
90s.
I'm turned on.
But the 90s, I miss the 90s so much. If I could go back and do it all over, not
I was
change a
saying, like,
thing.
even though like I wasn't like a teen or like in my 20s back then, like I was like literally just a fucking kid, or we were just fucking kids.
Yeah.
I still relate to that music so hard.
So
man. Like,
much.
that era of music.
Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me.
I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Yeah, we're gonna have a 90s dedication podcast for sure.
That's fine. We can play some 90s music.
Can't fuck with it, that's fine.
Wear some 90 clothes.
Huh?
My favorite, it's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Dude, yeah, that was fucking sick.
British ladies are my
Hello,
favorite.
Sid. You know the song Hello City?
Hell yeah.
Hello, Sid.
That whole album, Gordon, is my favorite. Drove downtown in the rain. That's Brian Wilson. They have a song called Brian Wilson, which is a Beach Boy, because Brian Wilson just would spend. Yeah, he made it was called like some kind of sound. Yeah, Pet Sounds. And like he spent like weeks at a time in his room, just in his bed, just so depressed.
He's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's so
He
great.
was declared a musical genius at 18, I believe.
So awesome. Listen to some Beach Boys, guys.
It really is. Oh,
Yeah,
for
we can
sure.
listen to some
That was
Beach
one
Boys.
of the band. That was like one of the first bands I really.
Hell yeah.
Boop, boop, boop.
Well, that's what's up. Yeah. What do we got for Instagram and social media? We're gonna link that all.
Instagram, The Joker and the Smoker.
Right.
Twitter, @jokes
And smokes. Yes, just AN. And then we've got, if you're going to send us any topics or something to talk about, if you just want to bring up something we already talked about, whatever it may be, it's thejokerandthesmoker@gmail.com.
We'll have a Facebook page.
Yes, we got Patreon set up. And
Patreon, I need to clear some things up about that.
Okay.
Patreon is a monthly subscription.
Yes.
So if you sign up for that, you will be paying us monthly.
Monthly, like $1 a month or $2, whatever you decide.
No, you have to make tiers.
Okay.
So we have $1 and $5 for now.
That's what's up.
$1 is just showing some love. $5 you get a free episode every month.
That's what's up.
Just an extra episode. It's just for you.
And I think we did.
It's not technically free. It's just an extra one.
It's, yeah. We don't know if that's going to be like pre-set up. Like maybe it'll be us hashing out the ideas and stuff.
Yeah, we're just gonna reload up one.
Yeah, definitely.
We already did.
And then, pull a quick one,
but
yeah.
if you want to just give us a donation,
So
just because
please
you have
just
some
make
extra
sure-
money,
Yeah.
you can do that. At
You can make a
PayPal.
one-time donation. Okay, yeah, one-time donations at PayPal. We do have that set up.
Add the Joker and the Smoker
Right.
on PayPal.
And we will link all this stuff. Hopefully you guys are seeing this. I think we got some views on our YouTube
We're on
and stuff.
iTunes. Go to iTunes.
We got to get on Google Play
need
too. I got to get
ratings,
that.
and we need reviews on iTunes. Those are the things that matter. That truly.
If you
the
really want to help
reviews-
us the most, but outside of donations, outside of all that stuff, all we ask of you is if you find us on iTunes, just give us a 5-star rating and drop a comment and then tell us your favorite episode so far. Or
The
something.
comment is needed. You can just tell me how to follow you. And
Yeah.
I can follow you on Twitter or whatever you want. It just don't say anything ridiculous that'll get
Right,
that
yeah.
comment taken off. Because we're trying to grow the show, people.
Exactly. Yeah, we want these 5 stars to go straight to the top, baby.
Other than that, we got one more thing to talk about.
What's that?
But we also got, if this show gets 10,000 listens, I'm going to get a tattoo of the logo anywhere on my body,
Anywhere on
other
your
than
body.
my neck and my face.
Right.
So
You can't bar yourself
is
from
that-
future employment.
We're at about like 9,500 more listens to do.
I think
which
so,
don't-
yeah.
Which I don't think is terrible for 6 episodes, 500 views.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And I can't even get true fucking iTunes fucking reviews. Because
Yeah.
they're a bunch of cunts.
And we gotta get Google Play too. The more platforms we get, the easier it'll be to
But other
get
than
this
that,
tattoo.
we got fucking guinea pig Brando.
Guinea pig. How's your water thing been going? You been drinking a lot of
I
water?
drank so much water and I peed so much. And I feel so much better. I sleep better. I won't lie. I sleep better.
It's crazy.
I honestly feel better. I'm not going to stop drinking water. I'm going to try to fucking
That's excellent, dude.
stop pop.
I need to follow in your
Stick with
footsteps
water.
because I'm still drinking way too much pop, and it's just amazing. Like when I am thirsty, nothing quenches my thirst like water. And
Right.
but sometimes I'll be like, well, I am thirsty, and I'll just open another pop, and it's like, why the hell am I doing this?
And then,
So easy to make conscious, good health decisions.
right.
Start doing
you
it.
just have to do it.
Yeah.
Then,
Hold yourself to it.
well, we need another challenge for this week for guinea pig Brando.
Yeah. Well, what do you got in mind?
I had to get a number. I'm going to keep on getting healthier, you know? I looked in the
I
mirror.
like it.
I looked in the mirror today after I took a shower and I was like, motherfucker, you getting fat. So Ronnie gave me a number yesterday, 21. So I'm going to run 21 miles this week It's not a lot. It's 3 miles a day, but it's more than what you motherfuckers are doing.
Damn.
So if you want to do it, go ahead and do it. You'll see the fucking results on Instagram. I'll post a little picture. It's gonna be on a treadmill, so it's not like true running. Because I mean, the 3 miles are coming at me rather than me truly running them.
Yeah, you have a little impact on your joints there. Hopefully, it won't be too bad.
That's my game plan this year.
That's not really a plan though. My excuse not to run is that I'm lazy.
I've also decided that I like it's over a week.
Okay.
So if I run 21 miles in one day, I'm done.
Yeah, you could just do it all in one day. Yeah.
Now, given like the challenge, like drink 8 fucking glasses of water a fucking week, like that's all week long.
Right.
But this one, a set number. If I get it all done in one day, I'm done.
Right.
Of course, if I run 21 miles in one fucking day, I'm not moving for the next 2 fucking days.
That makes sense.
So. That is what I'll be doing. Other than that, are you gonna challenge yourself? You gonna drink more water? What the fuck are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna sit back and figure out what I'm gonna do with my life.
You need to write. You need to write some shit.
I do, yeah. I gotta prioritize some things. I'm just glad that we got this thing rolling, and it keeps my spirits up through the week that we get together and keep this thing rolling. So thank you guys for listening, because that's why we keep making it.
Fun. Please rate and review.
Rate and review 5 stars. Ronnie, thanks for coming on this time. Hopefully you guys will get to see him on the camera and all that good stuff. So that's been the Joker and the Smoker, guys. We'll talk to you next time.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't have any music cued, so just dance yourself away. Actually, I do here. Let's see if this will play right away.
It did, man. Look at that. We getting better every single time. It's like we fucking tried to record this last night or something.
Yeah, almost.
Way.
Check it out. The front bottoms. The song's called Twin Size Mattress. Super good.
When the floodwater comes, it ain't gonna be clear. It's gonna look like mud. But I will help you swim. I will help you swim.
Oh, we're done. I can turn this motherfucker off, right? Ronnie, get it. I don't have a camera. Keep going, man. You were playing the drums over there like a motherfucker. Get it. Oh, he's playing the keyboard now or something. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Guitar or something. The piccolo.
There's an amount to take, reasons to take more. No big surprise, you turned out this way.
I did not download the MP3 thing.
Cut your hair and send you away.
What are you doing?
Just filming it and shit.
Okay.
With tears in my eyes, I
Is everything good?
Okay.
Can I export straight as an MP3?
Can you what?
Can I export straight as an MP3?
You have to download a codec.
I did. But it says export. So what I need to export as?
Export as WAV, and then you can download something else. You can convert it to MP3.
Well, I was just thinking for you. I'll be able to do it.
Hell yeah, good episode, mates. Alright, Ronnie, can you hit stop recording on the computer and then stop on Audacity?
Yes. Where is stop recording on here?
Bottom right.
Oh, too far.
Yeah, the mouse is somewhere.
Where you at, mouse?
You don't
Alright.
do it.
Right there. What?
You do any of this shit?
I do not. I haven't started doing it yet.
Exporting the audio.